Hey guys, this is another episode of Unpaid Invoices, a safe space for creatives to do the things, be great. Of course, we are talking about boundaries, business, and everything in between. It is your girl, Danita
And your girl, Kiera.
And we in
this
this thing.
is Unpaid Invoices, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. She still didn't harmonize with me. Boy, I tell you.
I added a beat. Jesus. Like, well, I gotta do things your way? Like, what are we doing? Shucking and jiving? I'm your puppet? What's going on?
Today you can't be.
No, I ain't signed up for that. I'm so sorry. I'm barely making it.
Straight into the segment, folks. If you're new here, if you're not new here, we go into our tabs, our current tabs this week. If you aren't aware, the Golden Globes happened. Lots of people won. Some people didn't win. I feel like some of the fashions, I didn't actually see a lot, if I'm being quite honest. There was only one critique I saw or I really had an opinion about. And it wasn't nothing super major. It was just in regards to tailoring. And that's always just kind of like...
Olivia?
Yes, that is who I am referring to. Did you watch? Did you catch up? What were your thoughts on the Golden Globes?
I didn't watch all of the Golden Globes because I had other things that I cared about. So shout out to everybody who actually tuned in and was able to tune into that, because I know that it's a big deal. But for me, I did not get to watch it. I seen a couple of clips from Twitter, and it showed all of who attended and the vibes and, you know, the outfits. I didn't see a bad outfit to the point that you're saying. Yeah, there was a couple of like tailor mishaps, I think, or that should have been like, you know, tailoring should have happened, but it didn't. But no one looked bad to me. No one looked roguish or was like, girl, why is you here? You know, boy, why is you here? So to me, I mean, it seemed like everything went great. The only thing that I seen as far as the Golden Globes is everybody's takes on, you guessed it, Sinners, and how they got, some people feel snubbed for a lot in their award, which I was going to talk to you about, because I personally don't. A lot of people debated, is that even a real award, the award that they won?
Are you referring to Ludwig's award or the award that they won for like the ensemble?
Best is I don't know. I've only got pieces of it for real, but the box office achievement, like the
like the one that I'm saying, like the one that they were all on stage together as an ensemble. Yes, for that award.
So is that the
the box office achievement award? I see both sides, because it is an award that I do feel like should have been like existing, especially once we got into the eras of like the superhero movies and we started seeing those type of box office numbers. Do I feel like that's the only like big award that they should have won? Fuck no. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Ludwig's award, which was for score, his wasn't even aired. It was during commercial break.
Award date?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Ludwig Göransson, who was the score composer for Sinners, his award wasn't even aired. So I feel like him saying no to the Academy
is the reason why he
ruffles feathers. I understood his reasoning, though, for not joining. What I do feel like, though, is that every time they try to snub him or try to divert him, he comes back harder and proves them wrong every time. So in that, I do feel like as a creative, sometimes you really have to figure out, and I feel like we've said this a lot on the podcast, is like knowing what your purpose is and knowing what your goals are. If your goal is not to win awards, I mean, I think of Samuel Jackson and how many times he's never won an award and how accoladed he is.
Yeah.
If awards are not your true, you know, magnus corpus, then who gives a shit? To me, it sounds like, and I literally just watched his interview that he did on Good Hang with Amy Poehler, and he genuinely just enjoys working with people who he went to school with and who he's come up with and making art. He enjoys doing it with his wife. He enjoys working with...
They look really good on the carpet, too.
Really like Zinzi, yeah.
Is Zinzi?
Yeah, it's Zinzi.
Zinzi?
It's Zinzi Kugler. And again, I want to say, like, I just feel like if that's not your goal, if that's not what you really are shooting for, then hey, as fans, we can be upset. But him personally, I really don't think that man really kind of gives a rat's. I know he said in this interview that if anything, he said now I'm actually able to be present. And he said Chadwick helped a lot with that. Because he was like, during the first Black Panther and everything leading up to that, he was like, it was always like, they want this and I got to do this and we're going to get fired and we're never going to be able to do da. And I know we talk about that a lot too, is sometimes it's hard to be present because you're trying to get to the thing, or you're
trying to get the door, like you're trying to,
like you're in the door. Yeah, you're in the door, and now you have the opportunity, and it's just like, I want to stay inside this door. I want to stay inside this room,
right?
Not mess it up. And so, yeah, I don't know. I do feel like once he's gotten to that place and he really realized what his true goals are, when he said no to the Academy in 2016, I really feel like he knew the path that he was going to be on. He knew the path that he was going to be on. I don't feel like he's made a bad choice yet. And so, as fans, I think everybody just kind of has to, take it on the chin. We know that it's going to be lauded in the canon of cinema forever, right? Like, I feel like it at the way we talk about it, at the way they were able to get a new film style literally made for this movie, like, it's going to be talked about and its achievements, box office achievements, the award that they won, forever. So, is it a snub? Yeah, but that nigga keep winning and keep shining, because what God has for you is always going to be for you, so.
And I think it's because he just remaining authentic to his purpose, for real, which is definitely feeding what you just said, that bigger thing. To segue into that, going into God's part, what we kind of feel as creatives, what God puts on our heart. I think this is a person that everybody kind of, from what I'm seeing, they're getting a lot of backlash, which is Mr. Cocinà and his pivot from streaming. And he just aired today what his new label was going to be, as far as his fashion brand.
I'm not mad at it.
I've already seen like split.
Hey, content creators. Today we're going to talk about TubeBuddy. Ever wonder how to get your YouTube videos major exposure and on the main page? Well, TubeBuddy has you, helping you with keywords, thumbnails, and titles. Also having an A/B testing to help you see what your audience likes. It's sure to get you on the main page. Sign up with our exclusive code UNPAID890 or check the link in our bio. TubeBuddy, where creativity meets strategy. Now let's get back to the show.
Jumping back into the tabs that we were talking about, Mr. Cocinà, and the pivot that it seems like he has made and that he feels like is the best call coming into 2026. He was building it up towards the end of the year. We started to see, what was at the Streaming Awards, he made a kind of like a PSA, like, hey guys, one thing that I've wanted to do is fashion. Also, my mental been trash. I've been getting that right, but mostly I want to do the fashion stuff right now. Right. And I can't lie, I kind of see why he made the switch. I think it was already obviously going to happen, but I think the things that happened,
very
timing of this is very, a lot of his camp and a lot of streaming people have had basically
of a year.
A shitty last 2 months, I think, of the year, to be honest.
When were the Streaming Awards again? Like what? They were literally a couple weeks ago.
November. I want to say
early December.
I want to say late November.
So was it after Thanksgiving or it was probably after Thanksgiving? I feel like it was that first week because we talked about it. I feel like early December because maybe it was over Thanksgiving weekend and I think we came back. Maybe. I don't know, but it definitely has been a doozy of a year or a last quarter for some.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we were kind of in the ballpark. It was December 6th. So I said late November because in my head I was like, it was somewhere around there. And then, So, I mean, anybody who's been paying attention to any of the streamers for the last 2 months, at least of 2025, they have been going through it. Obviously, we only know what we know. We only know what we see. But there has been a lot of drama in the streaming world, from streamers versus streamers to streamers versus celebrities, streamers getting into legal situations. We just see Adam Ross going down with Mr. Drake, Drakeo boy, Mr. OVO. We see y'all part of some gambling
for my infamous Twitter handle, because y'all have gambling addictions. Shit. Seek help.
And honestly, anybody, like I said, who's a part of the Kai fan base, you have seen probably
Doesn't
the
he have
title
AIM?
stuff.
Like
Amp.
is AMP? Oh, okay.
I thought it was AMP, but I don't know. They have so many branches because I think Clover Boys is not necessarily AMP, but obviously because the people that are involved with that, then it's like affiliates and all this other stuff. But basically, there has been a lot of drama, and I think Kai at some point started to see that streaming is probably not going to be sustainable for him as far as the years to come. People getting way opinionated. I feel like just as a generation, I think we are getting too loosey goosey on certain things in regards to what we are showing, how much we are showing, how comfortable we are in showing things. I know for me, I'm a person that is very like, I don't want to make everything a thing. I really need my privacy. And I need my bits about myself to be kind of just whatever I feel like showing up as. And sometimes that cannot be on camera. But and a lot of people's dirt been getting outed. So I feel like this was a good pivot in the way of like not doing streaming. But he's getting very, very picked apart right now on the timeline because some people are like, you just sold out, brother. I don't know why. That's
why I don't get that take. Sell out. How is he selling out?
Yeah, I don't. I think some people felt like his content started to change probably within the last year. They brought up the fact that he started pivoting his stuff only, what is it, kind of highlighting celebrities basically, and felt like, I guess, some of the celebrities that he chose are kind of indicative of his character. Some people brought up Ray J. I'm sure there are some other people on the game, I think was one. Just, you know, people, men who aren't the greatest, especially when it comes to the women that they treat in their lives. So some people have been kind of questioning him. Also, Kai himself kind of has had some. We've been privy to some rumors or some stuff in regards to him, and of course, he just broke up with his girl Gigi recently, and then that was
publicly at that too.
Very publicly, very very publicly. And so yeah, he just posted his little video of him.
I feel like the title was a little like
the I quit. Oh, it was very clickbaitish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, brother, we know.
I didn't even know that was like the whole gist of it all. I just seen the initial clip with Law Roach because my algorithm knows me. And it was basically like a 4-minute video of Law and I guess of him like explaining like I guess what the video or parts of the video is about is like him being in Italy and taking fashion seriously, his next pivot and all that jazz. I'm not mad at it, I guess, in that sense because I don't watch streaming, so I really don't have no ties to like.
I don't watch streaming because none of the stuff that y'all be doing is worth me sitting up 4 hours, 3 hours, or whatever, and I'm not paying y'all to watch y'all do y'all thing. But I appreciate some people doing that for you.
Yeah, like that's your lane. That's cool. So I'm not mad at the pivot. Like
I have my own stuff to actually tend to, Kai.
Correct. So like to me, this is just like a creative kind of pivoting into something else that they want to do, and to me, that I ain't never gonna be mad at that because I too would want to do some shit like that. So I appreciate as a creative that he already knows that people are going to, like you said, pick him apart with a fine-tooth comb, and I'm glad that he's aware of that, and he decided to go educate himself. And even Law Roach said that. A lot of times y'all either take on too much or you don't understand that there's a lot that goes into this industry because in your mind, you know, a lot of people's know-how or wherewithal stops at T-shirts.
And me and you have talked about that, and I've talked about that being
several times,
kind of like
right?
a brand strategist. Like T-shirts is not always the product that y'all need to be like making. Like it's just not.
And he's apparently in cahoots with, you know, Kanye, and you have Law Roach. Like you're going to people who are industry makers of that text thread.
If it is one thing, if it is one note that I have, I appreciate Law Roach because Law Roach is Law Roach. He hasn't done anything that's
very
like
real, very
he hasn't done anything too that's like unequivocally like bad, right? Like,
except his photo shoots for me.
But that's his photo shoots, right? You want to look a hot mess, that's you, right?
Correct. That's why I'm like, you know.
But I do not. I'm gonna bring up Thug.
You know how people put him on the pedestal.
No, I'm gonna bring up Thug. You can what is it called? You getting shots fired too at you. Y'all, the whole like concept of I don't even know what you want to call it, to be honest with you, because other than anything, to me, it's just disrespect. A hard ERs in words, bro, in songs, bro. I can't really get with it, right? At some point, you guys have to be honest. And I said this even before, like, even outside of music, because anyone who came up during or was online during the pandemic, you guys remembered the content that we were getting, and you also have to remember the state in which we were. And that was like so much stuff happening from like movements, Black Lives Matter movement, to the pandemic, to so many other things. And so this level of like creating content that feels like it is not necessarily for us, but making fun of us, or at least giving the space and room for other people to. I know I cannot get behind that. I don't care about what package you've put it in. That type of shit is sellout shit to me. That's just what it is. I don't understand, Thug. Your little, I don't even know what song it was, but you got on that track and you said the hard ER back to back to back to back to back. And it wasn't fire, right? It wasn't nothing about
Wait,
it.
what is the tie-in with Thug and Kai?
It's no tie-in. Hold on. Walk with me. Because I brought up I'm piggybacking off of Ye.
Okay.
And how y'all be commodifying, feel like some aspects of blackness. And I can't get behind it. And so let's pivot. Let's go. We're gonna bring it back. I bring up Thug because you had the shots fired with you. Ye, you're the same, right? You just did that Hitler, whatever. You're not. I don't. Here's the thing with y'all. Y'all do this thing where it's like they're sick. They're sick. We have to. No, we do not. No, we do not. Two things can be true at the same time.
Correct.
And I feel like, as we can understand and obviously give Ye his applause for how much of a creative and music genius he is, some of his political wrap-ups and some of his stuff is just like, it's tiresome, it's exhausting. That's why I said for me it's just like so then to bring it back, I
imagine being a Kanye fan is like the equivalent of being a Nicki fan at this point.
Oh, for sure. I already called that Nicki was going to go down the Ye route a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's just me based off of how it seemed like passive she was when it comes to certain things.
And it's, apparently her Amex bill is high. So,
well, it's going to be no more because you got that man in your house spending all of your money and you still thinking that he's for you. Looking, anyways, yeah. So Ye, as far as like him having a mentor, or Ye being his mentor, is what it's giving. I can understand maybe the logic, right? The reasoning in which, like, the tree of reasoning and how we got to that. Do I think it's really
not
makes
true
sense?
Mentorship, bro? Let's be real. It's not true mentorship.
Not the thread. Not the thread that we've seen. It doesn't.
It's the facade of no, because I don't genuinely think anyone at this point, nor in his mental state, could he be a true mentor. That nigga responded, "What do you think about these sketches?" God. What if I needed actual like constructive criticism?
Mind you, that sketch looked like
some shit you would find off of Pinterest. So I then say,
it made me. Somebody said, "LMAO, this nigga put in a prompt in AI and said draw some cowboy."
Correct, because what is your thing like? And then it's called Vivette.
Yeah, Vivette, and it's he got that word based. Seen this clip where he basically went to Italy. He got inspired, and Vivette's supposed to be like a he, she, they, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it's supposed to define or last the test of time. And so that's what he wants the label to kind of represent. And I'm like, cool beans, like not even mad about the name. But one thing you will not get me on, for me personally,
what's the logo look like?
Great question. We're gonna see it. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely have notes for that.
Because that was gonna. Because you're saying, I agree with you. Essentially, is that the branding of it all has to make sense. What thing that Law did say though, or I guess maybe he saw, was I guess the branding of like how they may package like a table book with the designs of everything and like the sketches of like how they came to be and kind of, you know, that kind of thing, which I do think that's pretty genius. People would definitely be interested in that. And is a nice tie-in and could also open the door for like home decor, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I'm just, again, I would have imagined you would have had like the branding already done by now if you're coming to the world with us with it. But he said he's in Italy for like 2 weeks, so that must have been right after the breakup, around the time of the breakup. You went straight to Italy.
Someone and you mentioned that someone actually, because we are not as tuned in for real, but the people who actually were watching and watched them, they were like, they said that Gigi and Kai, they said were already there for a month together, based off, I guess, some information that Gigi said. So now that the vlog has dropped, everybody is like, oh, he's cut her out. And it's like, guys, respectfully, like, girl, you not staying in my clips. What is you tripping? Is you smoking? You not staying in my... I don't care how cool he was then. You're not getting no free promo off of me now. I don't care. I'm not being... We could be... No. Even as I still don't even agree with what he said for real, as far as like towards the end of their relationship. I do feel like it was... it was a subtle thing.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything like egregious for real, but some people were like,
I'll never love again. I remember.
That's what I'm talking about. It was just like, okay.
That's kind of what I
like.
Felt
y'all get y'all first heartbreak, and respectfully, I have a bias, right? Because I've came out of it, and I do feel like a lot of men, when they get their first love, they do the most, because it'd be like,
that's what it felt
some
like.
Some of the stuff that you're like whining about is like, she showed you that when y'all was dating. Like, if you thought she was a clout chaser, like, I don't know was she that pretty? You didn't see it? Like, I'm not saying I believe she is or not. I'm not saying any of that, but I'm just saying sometimes it makes me wonder, like, how did you vet them? I don't know. Neither here nor there, whatever, that's your life. However, after he said it, the public went crazy and started coming at her. So it was like, I do feel like it was kind of one of those things where it was like, you could have just lied out. Yeah, like you could have just, like, I don't.
If you in Italy,
someone else just made a post too that said that, like, I will never love again or something like that. I can't, and it was a guy. I don't know who it was though. I cannot remember.
Hey, maybe they really mean that, and that's something that they have to work through and they have to take to their Lord and Savior. Speaking of people that need Lord and Saviors, apparently the children are online on the Rockstar of the Games with the GT of the A. Making simulations. Click on the video, because I know you probably haven't clicked on it yet. Click on that video. Essentially, the children are on there making simulations of that man's murder.
Oh.
That to the point that they had to ban it in their full like profanity filter, because people were doing these things. And
not the mission passed.
That's what I was like, that is crazy.
How do you do that? How do you?
Set it up to look like a university and everything. I was like, somebody really. Some of y'all be taking it a little too far. I ain't gonna hold you, but that is very right.
Creativity, it is slippery, and I can already see others using
correct,
some other stuff, and so like, let's calm down. Although I don't, that's all I'll say on that.
I just thought it was very interesting. I feel like as a company that Rockstar had to come out and do that. Kudos to, I guess, y'all for doing that. But yeah, another random AF. Did you know Mr. R. Kelly was out?
I seen that he got out. Maybe like he was released or something. Maybe, but I didn't even.
And he's making music apparently already.
He's actually out. Like he's out of. Jail. He's walking out. Like he can.
I have seen the clippings of him walking out of the prison. Right now. Him speaking to press and him saying, "All will be revealed soon. Thank you," and walking off. What that even means?
I'm so tired.
We don't know. What I can tell you is that this man has done a trash can version of "It Depends" already by Chris Brown. Who asked for this, sir?
It doesn't matter, and that's what I'm like.
Why? Nonetheless, it was a very shaky time. That's all I'll say. It looks very shaky times we're in, because he going out, the other one getting ready to come back out in some months or so, and it's Mr. Diddy's.
I think he's actually gonna not come out. His is 20. No. Well, what didn't they say he was getting released in 2028? Released?
I think. I mean, yeah, he don't got. That's what I'm saying. He don't got that much. He don't got long. The nigga ain't gonna be in there long. He not
Here's the
doing
thing
a
about-
true bid, if we being honest. Like, the
But
nigga
if
doing
we
5
really
years. He done already did, 2 in time and change. And he doing community service, serving turkeys and what have you, licking balls. I'm sure he's doing whatever he needs to do to get the fuck out soon. I do know officially that Mr. Trump denied his pardon, though. He said...
Yeah, I seen that. And it's like, bro, like, I can't... I just know I'm not cut from the same cloth as y'all, and I thank God every day. Because I'm confused on... First off, Kelly, what do you think you're about to accomplish outside? Your name has been tarnished. The most that you got, baby, is going to the chitlin circuit. And
I
the
feel like
aunties
that's
and
not...
whatever.
You gonna see people aligning just like how you see them niggas aligning with the Trump and all of that. You're gonna see them align with other people,
great.
and then it's
I will
gonna be
never be over
masked
there.
underneath the guise of, well, it's getting bad, and we at this point we all gotta stick together. And no, if I'm on the island, no, I don't want to be with the nigga who be killing and eating people. I don't want to be on the island with him. No, he got to go too. I'm not about to associate just because we both black. He eat people. No.
Right.
Please be so serious. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Their lives are going to genuinely be exactly what they wanted it to be. So I have, like, do you think you're really coming out of jail having that same motion? You don't. And you're going to feel that for real when you get out. And I think the same...
I hope.
I think the same thing with Diddy. Diddy has had too much stuff come out against him, as far as, like, at least, like, the people at that point that really, like, align with him at that point are sure stamping, like, everything that he's done, I'm cool with.
I also feel like
and
it's
so
not
those
going to be
people
an
already
overt
will be
thing. It's
bad.
going to be a subvert thing, though. Like, I'll hang out with you behind closed doors, and at that point, it's not going to be a thing that me, like the regular me and yous would know.
I can see that a little bit, but I don't know.
Or what
like,
if you just at a function and somebody cool with this nigga, or the person whose function it is, and they come in, everybody got to scatter like roaches now, or you got to then run the risk of being associated?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I'm not gonna hold you, yeah, because I feel like that's a greater risk.
Depending
to stay in the function.
on where I was about to say is not, but even as a woman, bro, like, now you got me thinking, like, whose function is this, and why is it like? That's literally
what if you just got invited? Like, you just was a tag along with somebody. And,
I need to know
whose house is this?
Who sent this nigga the invite immediately?
Who cooled this nigga in here?
That person's getting blocked straight from me. I don't have. We have to, like, certain stuff for me at this point in my life. Like, I don't have the patience to even give you the grace of, like, misunderstanding or whatever. Yeah, like, I don't have that. Like, I've said all the time that you being silent does not absolve you from whatever you are aligned with. Specifically, if you keep aligning with said thing and you're just still remaining silent. Like, that doesn't... I can't sit up here and keep going out to dinner dates and lunches with Diddy and then keep saying, I don't support what he said, but every time we out, you catching me getting a biscuit and some gravy with this nigga. Like, you can't tell me.
Just a hee and a hi.
Yeah, like, no, I'm so sorry. This whole concept of, like, separate the art with the artist, like, that's for life. You can do it to an extent, yeah. No, like, I'm so tired of that. Like, that is for life. That is like, if
that's when that nigga just a little weird, or he like just, or like that's when, you know, hey,
bro, it's supposed to be like, I like quesadillas, you like tacos.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to say this man is doing this to women unbeknownst to them, and I just like the vibe. Like, that's not when. It's only so much separation that can happen.
I feel like people
guys,
just don't have a line anymore, though. Yeah.
I think people don't have standards and they don't have ethics and code and morale is being lost because we are in a generation that likes to put a stamp of money and showboating and all this extra stuff on it.
Started with us monetizing shame. It started with us monetizing shame. It used to be like the America's Funniest Videos type level of shame, but then it became, I can make millions by telling.
That stuff was also, like, coincidental. Now it's like,
I'm intentionally setting up the camera. I'm about to tell y'all about how this man has been really treating me like a goofy bitch that I probably should take to my grave. I actually shouldn't tell nobody about this.
Shut up.
But instead, I'm Instead, I'm going to get online and tell everybody on Al Roker's internet that, hey, I like to be treated like this. And guess what? I will then be rewarded. And like a Pavlov's dog, you will then continue to repeat the cycle.
I will never forget that girl peeing on herself intentionally in Target because she didn't feel like going to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, what?
See, that's what I'm saying. Some stuff, y'all got to understand who y'all rallying behind. Because
sorry.
I'm not.
What?
Yeah.
Was she pregnant?
Girl, no. She's walking around Target.
Oh my days.
She said she was on live. She was on either live on TikTok or Instagram.
As they stay on, and that's another thing. At some point, y'all need to really disconnect. Like, unplug. Pull the plug. Like, just go outside, touch grass. Y'all not doing it right. Y'all outside touching grass with the camera on your feet, like touching grass. Like, no. Touch grass.
I just was like, you didn't feel no qualms about that at all.
That's
like,
insane.
And she was in the middle of an aisle too. Like, I'm not like, imagine a kid, bro, but just a grown ass woman.
I don't want to imagine this. I don't want to.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
What they say, clear the visual, Jesus, clear the visual.
Because not only does someone have to clean that up, but also you just decided to do that for whatever reason.
You had to drive home.
She showed the camera too. Like, it was wet. Like, her pants was wet. It looked like a child's spot.
So again, I say at some point we started with you guys monetizing shame. And so if you are out here listening to the R of the Kelly, bumping and grinding, stepping in the name of thy love, okay?
You going to hell.
That.
I tried to keep it. I'm not gonna lie. I really did. I don't know if y'all are going to hell, and
y'all not going to hell, but y'all definitely need to just ask yourself, because we all catch ourselves. Like, every once in a while, step in the name of love, catch you off guard. Okay, I get it. Okay,
I might not,
but it's so easy to be like, oh, like you start and you take that gyrate back. And then you literally go,
like, at the end of the day, we know he made good music or whatever. But the point is, like, should y'all be openly, like, not even openly, just excited to support, whether closed, open doors, whatever. It's just like, you know what he was attached to. And respectfully, I'm not the person that's going to ultimately decide if y'all go to hell or not. You're totally right. But I'm not crazy to infer that hell might be one of the places that you are going to be at. You guys cannot continue to keep aligning with little stuff like this and thinking that it's and then you're not gonna. No, that's not how life works. And
these people are gonna come out the jailhouse with a certain type of supporter, bro. They're definitely gonna come out. But anywho, closing out some of these icky ass tabs that we had to just tell y'all about. Oh, well, no, this is a fun tab. Joseline is off that coke, and I just, hey, that's always a good thing. She was seen on the Twitters throwing some dukes and jukes.
For 3 years or what?
Yeah, she says she been cocaine free for 3 years.
Good girl.
She was, I'm telling you, she was doing her best Rocky Balboa, her best Apollo up in there. You know what I'm saying? Apparently Joseline's Cabaret is also still on. And I think it's on her own network now.
Oh, wow.
Which I kind of like that. I feel like Joseline always kind of has been like an entrepreneur and like ahead of her time when it comes to certain things. So was she batshit crazy off that coke? For sure. Was it entertaining? For sure. And at some points I start to feel uncomfortable because I felt like I shouldn't be watching this. For sure.
I've never watched Joseline's Cabaret. I've only seen
I watched the first 2 seasons. Because it was just like, the first season was literally like a couple episodes. But that second season, they had a little bit more money. This was after the first 2 seasons, 2 of Baddies had already started. Like, because the first season, I tell people all the time, that first season of Baddies was not the Baddies of today. Okay? It was genuinely the old from Bad Girls Club that was on there. And
because what's name was on there,
right? And no, but Tanisha,
Tanisha, but no, the one that started with a J.
Oh,
she was with Lemmy.
Oh my God, yes, I know who you talking about.
But you know who I'm talking about.
It was also that one girl on there who was trans, Stacy. I think her name was like Stacy or something like that, or I don't know. She kind of talked with a little. I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, my point was, it's not the Zeus that it is today. They actually had something, I felt like, at one point, but then Krishan.
Well, shout out Natalie Lunn. You are rotting quite a bit of women's minds of your stupid doofus content that you provided to the masses. And yes, I do understand the concept of entertainment being entertainment before people be like, oh, yeah. Okay, we grew up on Love and Hip Hop. We grew up on Bad Girls Club. We know the things, right? Zeus is a whole different ballgame. People are pulling up, actually acting like the circus, trying to
hooligans. That is
it's a little bit different. Yeah, and I can't really stand by it. There's too much stuff going on over there. People really, I think, getting hurt. Bad Girls Club was different. At the end of the day, that was just a bunch of bad egotistic bitches in a room trying to make it to the end of the season. They did not go in there immediately trying to throw bows. It just so
you
happened
actually got kicked off if you was actually throwing paws.
Yes, because that's how the Claremont twins got kicked off.
Correct.
And they won a lawsuit.
Correct.
And then I think that's when they switched over everything. Is when they won that.
Man, they got all that work done. Man.
No, I'm saying the network, because the Bad Girls Club at some point they switched it to like kind of be some sort of like therapy something at some point, and then that's when I like kind of was like, yeah, it's like a lot going on here. But
at that point, I was still watching, but for sure, I don't know. Cool to you, Joseline.
Shout out the silly entertainment that we need, I guess, for a release through the world and life.
I feel like, though, as we go into our full dystopian society that we have to enter for the next 3 years, I feel like we might end up. I feel like we might get the Gladiator games back. It's either that or the Hunger Games. So
we already got the Hunger Games. He already said something. Are you trying to get something?
Right. He said something other thing, and I was like,
this is the Olympics. You do know there's already a thing that's like technically what you're doing, but I guess you're doing it specifically for us. Bro, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
Whatever.
Anyways, continue to fart and waste our money, you freaking turd bucket. Moving on from that tab, because I'm really getting fed up even talking about the state of which our country is in. Another one.
Into this, because I've actually never watched this show.
What?
Industry. I haven't watched it. I know the hype has been crazy, but I haven't watched it. I've been watching so many things right now.
Oh, this was one of my this was my last on the Pulse, I believe, or one of the last ones. The Industry definitely just aired their season 4.
I'm sorry, my bad. I figured they were on the Pulses, but I wasn't sure because it was just right underneath.
No, this episode is from last. Yeah, so this is just the last time. But as far as like, I mean, it's still up to date because they just aired their first episode yesterday. So if you guys have not been kind of tuned into the Industry, it was last either 2 episodes. I mentioned that was a thing that you guys need to have the pulse on. It is definitely going up. They're getting all of the accolades right now. Mahala. Baby girl, I'm not trying to mess up your name. You are gorgeous. I love you. She been doing her thing. She been on every type of carpet. Boy, she just eating them up.
Stunning them up.
One thing and one person I do want to talk about as far as they have been getting a lot of noise is a new artist on the rise. Her name is Natanya. Tyler and SZA, she just got the back end, if you will, from people, some would say is kind of one of their pillars as far as music. Tyler and SZA, I think, for a lot of our gen, has become a pillar type of artist for a lot of our sounds. And she has just got the cosign from them, in a way. She's been making a lot of noise. She just dropped an album. It's called...
She's pretty.
It's called Feline's Return, and she just dropped Act 2. That's been recent. So she's been making a lot of noise. I feel like definitely needed her own time.
British girlie.
I don't know if she's a British... I don't know if she's a British girl. I've only heard her sing. I have not heard her talk.
Says London.
Well, boo, yeah. I did not know that she was an oi, but hey.
Says like alt pop. Would you feel like she's like in the alt pop space?
I definitely do, for sure. She's like an alt R&B, yes, pop, yes. I think her...
that one girl be underneath every freaking comment.
The one with the glasses?
Yes, bro.
And the hair. Girl, she got 1,000... Boy, I was about to say, she has a team, and they all function from that damn account. I think someone already kind of came or confirmed that a long time ago. One of the things...
She's dope.
One of the things that I was going to talk about...
On your time. Okay, I'm going to have to check her out.
Natanya?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have not even listened to that album yet, but I figured it will be good. But it sounds like a specific mood that I'm gonna have to be in, so I have not turned it on. I do not listen to tracks and albums when they drop, y'all. That is not how I work. Unless you're like a specific artist, I'm not
Yeah, I
listening
was
to
like,
it
I
immediately.
gotta know what it is first, what the
Yeah,
vibe.
if
This is
I'm
my
not in
first
that
time.
sound, I'm not listening to it.
Is she
So
like my usual regular even kill sound? Would you say?
I feel like it.
Okay, then.
She's a very like vibey girl. Like it's not nothing crazy for her, but I don't know what her whole album is consisting of. I've only heard the tracks on Your Time and Sofa Joy, and
I'll have
those are
to
kind of like a poppy, like upbeat, type of thing.
I mean,
Um,
it says she's alt pop, so
There's definitely some R&B in there. They're trying to push the girly to the side. I think sometimes when the girls are from the UK, they're more like okay with pushing them to certain areas. That girls R&B as well. So I'm not sure why that's not being like stated. She to me is like the people that she listed. Like she would be in a space of like a Frank Ocean, a SZA, like that's R&B. Like I feel like Frank even played into like an alt type of vibe towards Blonde with the indie, like a alt indie
okay.
R&B. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the pocket
I
that
get
she's
what you're
in.
saying. Yeah. That makes sense though. I mean, yeah, I would be. I've never heard of her, and maybe I have. She's probably came up across something. I'm shocked that she hasn't. But I will say the
I was
London
about to say I'm shocked that
girlies.
you haven't, but she's been on my algorithm.
The
I
London
her actually.
girlies though, I just feel like right now when it comes to R&B and even I'll say groups, like I feel like they kind of been on it. They have been on it. Oh, we didn't do an Oklahoma Insight, but I definitely had an Oklahoma Insight because this was just, I forgot I forget often that this church is here, Transformation Church. Pastor Todd, the iconic Pastor Todd, is in Tulsa. He wrote the book Relationship Goals, and that is getting turned into a movie, or it is already a movie, and it's going to be on Amazon Prime in February. It has Miss Kelly Rowland and Mr. Clifford. Method Man Smith is.
Yes, I've seen a preview for that, and I do think that will be a good movie. I did not know that it was a byproduct of Mr. Todd.
Yes.
I did not know that.
And apparently some scenes were filmed in Tulsa.
It makes sense.
Shout out to Mr. Todd and your endeavors in bringing some talent here. Shout out to Amazon for also coming to the Oklahoma area and filming. I feel like that's always really cool, giving jobs, kissing babies, shaking hands, doing the things, doing what y'all do. Call me. Yeah.
I mean,
that was all I had. But yeah, let's get into the Pulse. Did you have anything for the Pulse this week? I had a couple of shows because maybe I have been
for the Pulse.
Yeah. Got anything for the Pulse? The people need to have their thing on the Pulse. If you're not familiar with the Pulse is basically like we talk about Oklahoma Insights, things that you guys should know because it's specific to Oklahoma, but the Pulse is more so just books, TV, anything that we feel like you guys need to know about. I guess I'll go first since you think of yours.
I don't think I have any. I did it. I think I did, but then I didn't write it down. So you know how that goes.
Okay. Well, for me, I'll say two of them. Have I already said anything about the Day of the Jackal? I feel like I did a week ago.
Yes, you did.
I
that
did.
Was the last one. Mm-hmm.
I started a new book, and it's called The Rib King. I actually got it from Dollar Tree. It's actually really good so far. So if you're into
The Rib King,
yeah,
like R.I.B. Rib,
yeah, R.I.B. King. It's by Lady Hubbard, and I like her name, her pen name. I think that's a cool pen name. Because the way she has it spelled is Ladee, Lady. So it looks like a full name. I don't know. I like it. It's a good book so far. And then the other show that I have been watching is House of David, which is on Amazon Prime. It is the story of David, if everyone's familiar, but the way they are true to the story, and it's not very like overtly like Christian, like like some stuff can be really just kind of down your throat, but I love the cinematography. I love the music in it. I personally love when I hear like Hebrew or like Egyptian vocalizing, like that type of music. Like I think it's just something about it that always just makes me want to cry. I don't know. So could be the hormones from the period. So who knows? I don't know. But it's a really good show. Unfortunately, season 2 is blocked by a paywall. So now I got to do a little free trial. That is funny. Shut it down afterwards. Paramount because I'm not paying for any more subscriptions. Paramount and Peacock already got me with the okie doke for a couple of months on fucking Amazon Prime. So you got to stay vigilant with your subscriptions, people. Stay vigilant and make sure you set a reminder to turn that free trial off. Do you ever be fucking for real, friend? That's probably gonna be mine.
What? The turning the crab off? The trials?
Yes.
I'm cracking up. That's not like, okay.
Hey, if you can talk to the nigga at Wingstop for your sauces and ranch.
No, I definitely understand you. Look, go ahead and get everything off.
No, but you had something else from a tab.
Oh, I was going to pivot back to, because I'm actually online right now as we're chopping it up. Specifically, it says that fans are upset that Cocinà took $6 million from them, quit streaming, and has now launched a clothing brand in attempt to make even more money. It's what the
boy, shut the fuck up! You can't tell me what the fuck I can do with my goddamn money.
I'm gonna say y'all are the ones sitting up on, and so
ain't nobody told y'all to
no. We're gonna get, and so that brings me to a point. We're definitely gonna get to a point where the streaming has went up. There's gonna be a crash.
I can see that for sure.
When that will be, I am not too sure. I can't.
So I cannot be mad at him for wanting to diversify.
But I think it's gonna be a crash within the streaming community for real. And if there isn't, it's gonna be a certain type of individual or content that is able to sustain
itself.
Mm-hmm. I don't think.
I think back to the YouTuber era.
Correct.
I mean, but even now, though, if I'll do even better, you can now see the resurgence of YouTube content here recently. And I remember telling you, I started to peep that a while ago when the Koreans was doing it, where a lot of their older television figureheads who used to be on television in a certain way, probably maybe not as relevant, probably 2015 and beyond, they started moving to YouTube and cultivating their audiences on YouTube. And then, too, it allowed something that we didn't get a long time ago. Do you know I also just realized that Traitors is a freaking Korean television show that they brought here? I did not realize that they took that show, and I was like, I kept seeing.
My sister probably would, but I see that.
I literally, when I didn't know what Traitors was, and I thought it was like The Circle. I thought it was like a similar concept because I kept seeing like housewives and people going on there. So I just thought like that was kind of the similar vibe of like them trying to do something like that. Come to find out, it's really a show that used to be in Korea and it was called Traitors. They just licensed it to them niggas. I was like, I said this years ago though, friend. I literally said, I was like years ago, I told one of my best friends, I was like, if I could bring TV shows here from Korea or from other countries and like spin them here, they would do so well because they're very entertaining.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
one day somebody give me the bag and just let me do my creative vision. Like, please, I will make you lots of money.
Oh, it'll definitely happen. It's definitely happening. Like, it's happening as we're speaking right now. All of the puzzles or pieces
all of my things and ideas. But I mean, I get it. It's all in the pond of creativity. So,
right. And so, I mean, eventually we just move with the times. I can honestly see that being kind of originated somewhere. I find that sometimes when the shows are kind of outside of the U.S., there's more depth.
Right.
Is that me alluding to something? Why, yes. We are stupid as a people. Americans. Yes, you're right.
Dumb American trope when we leave the country. So, I mean, hey, if you didn't know that, be fucking for real. Back to my be fucking for real for the people who just may be tuning in before we get out of here. Okay? This is a thing that we like to do on the show. It's called be fucking for real. Please know. That's crazy because the way my memory just gone. You lucky the universe decided to.
It said it wasn't anything proper that you needed to be saying on the pod, so we're gonna.
He did, and hey, that's okay. And with that being said, friend, you gotta be fucking for real. For the people, for the world, for yourself.
Yes, this is actually, and it just came to me, and this is not anything that I feel too strongly about, but I'm willing to argue it. Anyone who doesn't know, this pod is a pro Thunder pod, meaning we are OKC Thunder NBA team. Okay, if you dog for a second, and I don't even know, don't be silly.
Who assumed that it was not?
Right. My be fucking for real is to, and it's crazy because I have not felt like I've been able, I'll admit, this season, I have not been able to keep
Yeah, I
up with it.
haven't
It
been
feels
locked in.
like, bro, I was able to keep up last season, even like here and there as far as
We were very locked in last season, I feel like, especially
a
towards the
little,
end.
way more than this year. I feel like I've only got to
Yeah.
watch like 2, 3 games, maybe like 5, 7,
I'm always
maybe
watching
games.
highlights, OG.
Correct. And they usually do come up on my
Yeah.
feed, so I don't really care too much. But I'm starting to see a lot of people switch up on Dub. Be so fucking for real. The man just had a surgery.
Oh,
I
his
think 2 of
paw.
them. Yes, we won a championship last year, but you guys, like, he still had a surgery. He said he wasn't working to get or he was working on a broken everything. He didn't get no surgery during that time. So that was just him
Him injuring himself
literally
every
going,
day.
yeah, like going through
Like,
and getting through the pain for real. So now that he has had surgery, this talk about like how he's ruining the flow of the team and all this other stuff, like respectfully, guys, y'all gotta give him some
boy,
time.
y'all so phony. Y'all wouldn't know loyalty if it smacked y'all up the forehead and
Man,
into
like
your
he
nose.
definitely
Like,
did. He was a key role as far as to, how we got to the point. Obviously, Shay came through with but acting like Dub did not have no role in last year's championship and then switching up on him
or
now
even
because
just this season. Let's not act like y'all we had a winning streak of what? 20, 30 something games? 15 something games?
man, I think it was 15 first and then it went again. It might have
I
been
thought
7
they
first
went
and
to
then
like
went
20.
15.
Yeah, I thought they went up to like 20 something and then they lost it at like 22 or somewhere in there. I don't remember, but it was definitely a streak. And so to say again that any portion of any of the members, Hartenstein, Chet, if y'all feel like any of them niggas, oh, Sheila, they're not niggas specifically, but y'all get what I mean. Them specific names, but y'all get what I'm saying. Any of those individuals, they literally are contributing members. I would liken it to how, again, Ryan Coogler recently just said, like, I'm not the only person who made Sinners. I am not the only person who made Black Panther. I am not the only person who did this. Like, my wife quite literally told me to get in the field and get this script done. Like, I am not the only person to get this thing into fruition. And so for y'all who first of all, for y'all to even assume that y'all can come to this podcast and anybody who ever wanted to get on these mics say something disparaging about the Thunder, just know you're gonna get 2 fingers.
Hey, bro, we
gonna
went through
karate chop to your neck. Like, don't
dude,
you
we went through so many. It feels like
please let us
and even as we won, right, there was still so much bitching when we won.
There were people during the series who was intentionally going against us who were like born and bred Oklahomans. And
I was about to
remember
say, and those people too, I automatically call out. I literally pulled up one to a shop one day, and it was when they were playing.
Was it the Timberwolves series or
It wasn't the Timberwolves. It was when KD came or KD. So who's KD with right now? It was wherever the hell they
the
were.
Suns. He's with the Suns. He got dropped from the Suns recently.
It was when they were playing them.
Okay, so
and he was like,
look at me sounding like I know shit.
He was like, well, I thought he was with the Clippers.
I mean, he might be with them now, but
I don't know right now because I can't even get into.
The starting five was he was with the Suns. He got dropped from the Suns.
Man, when they were playing whoever they were playing when they came down, I don't even freaking know. But KD was on the team and it was recent. So whoever the hell that team was, because I can't think. And you might be right. It might be the Suns. I don't know. I feel like Clippers is coming to my head. But I asked the dude, I said, who are you going for? He went for the team KD was on. I said, why? I'm curious. He said, that's KD. I said, yeah, the same guy who couldn't bring us a ring. But it's very interesting that you guys have this long-standing thing with KD. I respect KD as the type of player that he is. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but it just be interesting too when you put him versus like Thunder, that it seems like some people really still kind of rock with him enough to go against like Thunder, and it's like, oh well, that's kind of interesting considering. But whatever, do your thing. So be fucking for real. Lighten up off my guys, okay? J-Dub, keep doing your thing, baby. That's my beat. Looking for real.
Almost said something, but that had to be for a Patreon episode.
Oh, well, wowzers. Mm-hmm.
It's not even like that. It's not even like that yet.
Not yet. He made sure to put that yet.
And with that, folks, welcome. No, yeah, man. I just feel like if you thought that this was not a Thunder podcast, be so serious. That's really crazy. But yeah, this has been another episode of Unpaid Invoices, folks. You guys know where to find us. If you don't know where to find us, go ahead and get in that description box of wherever you're listening to. Go ahead and leave us a comment too. If you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening on Apple, drop us a comment. Let us know what you think if you're listening to the episodes. And if you're tuning in with us every week, we will be back as always. Yeah, this has been your girl, Kiera.
And your girl, Danique. And we shall see you next time.
Boom, 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 boom.